Thank you, Art. Coffee prices hit a new high this week. Prices for Arabica coffee from Latin America jumped nearly 2%. The increase came after President Donald Trump said he would impose a 25% tariff on Colombia. The White House later paused that decision. Colombia is the third largest coffee producing country in the world. If you're hosting a party for the big game this year, you can budget about the same as last year for store-bought food and drinks. According to Wells Fargo, if you're feeding 10 people, the spread of chicken wings, guacamole, chips, and beer will cost you about $139. That's just 10 cents more than last year's price. The cost of beer and some food items have also gone up. The cost of others have gone down, which almost balances out the total. Visitors to the Louvre Museum will eventually need a separate ticket to see the Mona Lisa. Leonardo da Vinci's famed 16th century painting is getting its own room at the Paris Museum. It is part of an expansion and renovation that will also see a new entrance for the world's largest museum. The goal is to ease overcrowding. The renovation is years away, with the goal for the new entrance to be completed by 2031. President Trump has put the return to office debate front and center with the recent signing of an executive order calling on the heads of federal departments and agencies to bring their workers back to the office full time. Karen Caifa is in Washington with a look at some of the recent challenges.
When it comes to facing return to office mandates, federal employees aren't alone in 2025. The Pew Research Center recently found the number of employees expected in person at the office a certain number of days per week or month has grown since early 2023. While a majority of workers surveyed still prefer a hybrid arrangement.
It's the work-life balance that comes with being able to work from home, being able to have a hybrid work environment that's really appealing to workers.
Kim Parker, director of Pew's Social Trends Research, says women especially cite potential challenges of returning to the office full time.
We did find that women were a little more likely than men to say that they would probably leave their job if they no longer had the option of working at home. And we know from our prior research that the caregiving burden does fall more heavily on women.
Sarah Perry, a professor of management at Baylor University, says employers should be specific about any major switch in policy.
The reasons why, what we're hoping to get out of it, and how we're going to do this. How's it going to look? How are we going to take care of you in the midst of this? So what are the types of flexibility that you'll still have?
And employees should inquire about any new lines between time on and time off.
Employees should trigger these conversations so that they are had. What are the expectations now as a team? As coworkers, are we going to respond to emails at night? Are we going to try to maybe build better boundaries back in?